Nuclear facility is surrounded by floodwaters, as you know. Here it is, the Fort Calhoun nuclear plant in Nebraska, like an island sitting in a lake. The nation's top nuclear safety official inspected the plant today, insisting no water is leaking into the reactor core. And though the plant has not been active for 2 months, the generators and electric power are still keeping it cool. So 2 nuclear facilities being watched tonight as we bring you the results of an AP investigation into America's 104 nuclear power plants. First question, since 120 million Americans live within 50 miles of a nuclear plant, if the siren should suddenly sound near you, what should you do? And second, how many of the country's aging plants have been leaking a radioactive chemical? ABC's Jim Sciutto has the story on our Washington Watchdog beat tonight.
For so many Americans, nuclear plants aren't just nearby, they're neighbors. Tom and Judy Zimmer had just moved into their home near the Braidwood nuclear plant outside Chicago in 2005. When plant owners showed up on their doorstep to tell them the plant had leaked radioactive tritium onto their property, a radiation hazard when ingested.
I didn't even know what tritium was when it first came out here, but I knew that anything radioactive was no good for you.
Today, the Zimmers can't sell their house, and Judy has developed cancer that cannot prove a cause. Plant's owner, Exelon, said it is nearly finished cleaning up the leak, and that the tritium levels were below EPA danger limits. Still, across the country, according to the government's own data, an AP investigation has found radioactive tritium has leaked from 3/4 of U.S. nuclear power sites. The number and severity of those leaks increasing, even as federal regulators extend the plant's licenses. Even more troubling, the AP found, in the event of a serious accident like the one at Japan's Fukushima, evacuation plans for some of those communities are unchanged in 30 years, even as populations around them have exploded.
As these population centers have grown, have the evacuation plans grown with them?
They have not taken into account the issues associated with this uncontrolled population growth.
What's more concerning, the U.S. only requires evacuation inside a 10-mile radius of an accident, not the 50-mile radius, which America's top nuclear official recommended for Americans in Japan after the Fukushima disaster. Take New York's Indian Point nuclear plant. Evacuating a 50-mile radius there would mean moving more than 17 million people, 6% of the U.S. population, and constricted by 2-lane roads and busy bridges. Today, we asked the chairman of the Nuclear Regulatory Commission if America's evacuation plans are safe.
We have a very good system right now to I think, protect public health and safety.
If you're ever near an accident, the general rules are time, distance, and shielding. Decrease your time near the accident, increase your distance, and any shielding can protect you, even the windows of your car. But Diane, in general, it's recommended that residents go to their local authorities so that they know their evacuation plan well.
A big investigation. Thanks, Jim.